This is Mo Naturals back in my kitchen again. Today I'm going to show you how to make some creamy vegan cheese. I love vegan cheese. Sometimes I make it congealed where I eat it with crackers. Sometimes I put it over my pasta and make a creamy vegan macaroni and cheese. Add some jalapeno peppers to it if I want to take it up a notch and make it spicy. So I'm going to show you how to make some vegan macaroni and cheese. I've already made my pasta. It's sitting on the side. One of the main ingredients that I use is cashews. So I'm going to show you how to make this. So let's get into it. All right, so let's get into these ingredients. So the first things first is I've had some cashews soaking overnight for about 12 hours. So I'm gonna strain this, rinse them off, and then this is the first thing that's gonna go into my food processor. I have lots of garlic. You guys know how I do with the garlic. I absolutely love garlic, and those are really potatoes that you see chopped up in there. I have some leftover potatoes, so I'm gonna put that in there. It does cause for potatoes. Some people use sweet potatoes, but I'm gonna use just some regular small, those little bejeweled potatoes. Right here, I've got some fresh squeezed lemon juice. I'm gonna add me some organic ground cumin, lots and lots of onions, or onion powder, cayenne pepper. I'm going to squeeze a little bit of that spicy mustard in there just to kind of give it a kick. And then half of a cup of the nutritional yeast is going to go in there. Maybe a teaspoon of vinegar. I'm also going to add some vegetable broth. That's going to be like a 1/3 cup of vegetable broth. And I don't usually use Morton's. If you can get you some regular sea salt, like the pink Himalayan sea salt, I would try that. But this is what I have, so I'm going to use the Morton's sea salt. And then I'm going to add some turmeric in there. Between the turmeric and the nutritional yeast and the mustard, it's going to give it that creamy yellow texture or yellow color that we all like. And then last but not least, I am going to add my onion. Preferably, I recommend that you get the Basin Gold, like the yellow gold onion, when you're making this dish. So I'm going to chop that up, and I'm going to use like maybe 1/4 of my onion when I make this. So let's get into what all this looks like. And of course, you want to have a food processor. If you don't have a food processor, if you have a blender, that's perfectly fine. As long as the blade on there can really break it down and pulverize it the way you want it to be. I usually use my NutriBullet, but it's been kind of acting up on me. So I'm going to end up probably buying me a Vitamix. I always wanted one. Finally got my stock, and I'm about to probably invest in me one of those. So next time you see me making this, I'll probably have me a nice Vitamix. All right, y'all, let's get into it. My cashews that I just drained and put inside of my food processor. So first thing that I'm gonna put in there is, this is my vegetable stock. I'm gonna put the vegetable stock in there. And then I'm gonna add my lemon juice. And then I'm gonna add my garlic. And I'm just gonna pulverize this before I start to add any of the other sort of ingredients. So I've got my onions also on the side, but I just added my garlic. And what you see in there is like little tiny balls, or those like bejeweled potatoes. So I made some potatoes. And then I'm gonna put a little bit of onions. I'm not gonna use all of these onions, but this is onions. And I'm going to put that in there, and then add maybe a teaspoon of my apple cider vinegar inside as well. So, all right, so we're just going to start off by slowly chopping this so we can kind of break it all down in there. And this is just the beginning process of making like the vegan cheese. Get it all chopped up, and then we're going to really grind it until it turns into a creamy texture. And then I'll start to incorporate all of my seasonings after I'm done with this. Okay, so right now this is actually the texture of what it looks like. So I'm going to add just a little bit more of my vegetable stock in there. And I am going to add my turmeric, just a little bit of turmeric. Some of my cayenne pepper. I love cayenne pepper. I'm going to add some cumin. This is cumin that I'm putting in there. And this is just a Simple Balance brand that you get from Target. And y'all, lots of garlic and onion powder. So I put a lot of onion. This is actually a lot of onion powder. I love that onion taste. Now, if you really want this to turn this up a notch, you can do that by adding like some jalapeno peppers if you want it to be spicy. And then I'm gonna add some of that Morton salt that I talked about. Put a little bit of that in there, not too much of it. And I am gonna squeeze a little bit of mustard. What's really gonna give it that creaminess is when I start to add my nutritional yeast to this. And this calls for like a half a cup of nutritional yeast. And I'm trying to hold the camera, so bear with me while I do this. Okay, yo, so this is what it looks like. Let me just pull it out so you can kind of see the texture of it. So it's a little kind of groundy, choppy. It's got little, you can see like some of the onions and the garlic chopped up in there. Now, if I had my Vitamix, this would pulverize this like very fine, and it would be almost buttery and creamy. And because my NutriBullet is out, I can't get the texture that I want. But if you had a NutriBullet or a Vitamix, man, I'm telling you, this would be so creamy. But man, when I tried to taste this, it is so delicious. Like the flavors in there just makes it like so magnificent, and it tastes really good on your palate. So I'm gonna put this inside of my pasta that I got going on the side right here, and I'm gonna mix it up and show you guys what it looks like. So this is what the final product looks like. I put a little bit of peas in there because I like peas, but oh, the taste, the flavors with that garlic, those onions, and I put a lot of garlic in there, that mustard in there with a little bit of that vinegar and that vegetable stock. It just enhances the flavor. And I'm gonna try it with these Frugala wings that I got. They're vegan sausage by Field Roast, and I love Field Roast sausage, so I'm gonna try these buffalo wings with it. This is like the seasoning that comes with it. It looks like it's like a buffalo sauce. They call it a frufalo sauce. Okay, you guys, so this is the final product. So delicious. That's the frufala. And this is the vegan macaroni and cheese with some peas in there. I wanted to show you this real quick because I gotta go and watch my new show, Cherish the Day. But yeah, I gotta go watch the show. But I wanted to show you my final product. I hope you try. It is so delicious, and I'm excited to chow down and watch my new show, Cherish the Day. Peace out. Love y'all. Bye.